When I say, and I say it a lot, I say, we need your art. And I worry about the amount of people who are like, oh, not my art. But I'm like, your art. And I think we can really pedestal the term art as to what it is. And we think it's fine art, or, oh, it has to be photography or a certain type of art. But art comes in so many different shapes and forms, and we all have a capability and a desire to create. It's just that it looks different for all of us. So when I say we need your art, like, I mean, we need your art. Like, we all have a drive and a desire to make stuff. It's so innate. It's so human. So I think we really need to take art off the pedestal. It's not just for fine arts, although obviously it is, but it's podcasting, it's, watercolors, it's writing, it's planting, it's gardening.
It's makeup tutorials.
It's book reviews, it's cooking. Like, creativity, like, it sinks into all aspects of our lives. And we all have a thirst for it. And so when I say we need your art, I'm talking about you. We have to connect to that messy, playful part of ourselves when we create. That's when the best art is made. I watch artists finesse, and they're trying to get it so right. And they're like narrowing their point of view, and they're getting so constrained, and they're losing, I think, their own creative voice almost by these huge restrictions to be perfect. Whereas if you just say, make shitty art, and I often do this at workshops, I say, I got 3 minutes, just make something shitty. And the cool stuff that comes out of that, shitty poems, shitty drawings, there's also that little element of magic to it, because when you just let yourself play like a child, it's so fun. There's a lightness to it. Ideas come in. Like, perfectionism is rigidity, and we think perfectionism is the answer. It's like, oh, if I'm a perfectionist, it's like, that will get me to where I want to go as a creative. It's like the one fault that we're allowed to have. But perfectionism will destroy your creative career. It will destroy it. We need mess. We need play. That is when you will become the best artist you can.
We never know until we try things, what works and what doesn't. And I often will think of a bad idea and on purpose try that bad idea just to see where it leads. Sometimes it turns out not to be bad. Sometimes it's worse than I thought. But the spark of seeing this bad idea through, you start recognizing where it can go. It's like, this is a bad idea, but if this part of it got amplified and if this part of it went away, maybe it's more interesting, and that'll be the next iteration. And it's just a series of iterations, and looking for clues, looking for bad ideas, strange ideas. I'll pick up a book and open it randomly, and it'll say something directly related to what I'm looking for. Or I notice something in nature that somehow tells me a story that gives me a glimpse into the thing that I'm looking for.
Right.
Now, it'd be very easy to miss these things. Mm-hmm. If you're not really paying attention, they're just going by. But if you're willing to stop and pay attention, we're getting messages from a lot of directions all the time. And my theory and my experience, based on my experience, the theory is that the universe is conspiring on our behalf to feed us the information we're looking for. Now, not all the time. Sometimes you work on a project and you just keep hitting walls, and maybe the universe is not supporting that one. We're filled with data points of all of the experiences we've had in life, our real life experiences, our dreams, what we've read, what we've learned in school, what we've overheard. All of those things are in us. Some of them we know consciously, some of them are unconsciously in us. So when we have an idea, it's some reformation of something that's already there. Like, you'll see a connection, this data point from junior high school and this data point from the time I was walking down the street in New York. You make a connection and it leads you to, oh, I could try something like this. If those two ideas somehow clashed, something interesting happens. Mm-hmm. We each have a different experience of the world. We could go for a walk and go for the same walk and come back and talk about what we saw. And we would have seen some of the same things, but we would have seen other things that the other didn't see. And that's the case all the time. So we're each having this experience, and our purpose here is to say, this is how I see it. And that's what we get to do as artists. the goal is to show this is what I'm noticing in the world. And when I see your art, I'm seeing what you notice in the world. And then we see, oh yeah, I see it like that, or I would have never seen it like that. That's interesting. I like that. So you get to learn about yourself, both through making the art, but also through viewing other people's art. You get to compare your experience with the experience being presented.
My stepbrother and I went to go see Top Gun, whatever year that came out. And I remember we walked out of the mall, it was like blazing hot. I just looked at him and we both felt that movie just like a calling from God, you know, this film, but completely differently. Like I wanted to be an actor. I was like, I got to make something that makes people feel. I just wanted to be a part of that. And he wanted to be in the military. Well, he just retired, colonel in the Green Berets. He's a multi-decorated combat veteran of Afghanistan, in Iraq. He now teaches a sail camp for children of fallen soldiers. He gave his life to his passion. His creativity was leadership. Leading others, his bravery to help others. That was something he felt called to do, and it gave back to him. We know this, the time of our life is so short, and how we spend it, are we spending it doing what's important to us? Most of us not. I mean, it's hard. The pull of habit is so huge. And that's what makes kids so beautifully creative, is that they don't have any habits, and they don't care if they're any good or not, right? They're not building a sandcastle going, I think I'm going to be a really good sandcastle builder. You know, they throw themselves at whatever project you put in front of them, dancing, doing a painting, you know, building something, any opportunity they have, they try to use it to impress upon you their individuality. So if you want to help your community, if you want to help your family, if you want to help your friends, you have to express yourself. And to express yourself, you have to know yourself. It's actually super easy.